Good answers. Good answers. I like it. Uh-oh, the mic fell. I didn't notice that.
I probably just hit it. Again, you have so many decisions when it comes to your wedding planning. I just want to make one thing as easy as possible so you don't have to sit there and worry about this and that.
This is Kate with a Final Take Films and DJ coming to you with another Wedding Tip Wednesday. Today I am here with Dana Osborne Design. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of this.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is great.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. So I am a graphic designer by nature, but I have niched into wedding invitations. So I do custom design wedding invitations for couples getting married. I love to talk to a couple about their style, and then we create the invitations from there.
What is a question couples should be asking when looking for vendors in your category?
One question to consider that I really think is important to couples is to consider the amount of time that you have when it comes to planning your wedding. I think a lot of people see invitations as something I can easily do. I can do these myself. But I've talked to so many couples that get into it and they don't realize the time involved with it. Couples don't have to worry about the size of envelope they need, if they want their addresses printed on the envelope, but what would it cost to do ribbon around everything, which is beautiful, but it's also an extra cost and extra postage, and you have to do something special with the post office. So all those things, I've run into so many things doing this for so many years that I can just breeze by those things and know exactly what to do, where couples that think they can DIY these things will run into those issues and maybe spend more money than they were actually even thinking about doing.
Sure. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, I was a DIY bride, and had I known, like, I got married 10 years ago, but had I known about services like yours, I totally would have looked into it, because trying to design, then mail it out, then trying to address it and everything, then trying to just it
just takes a lot of time, and things like for your wedding day too, so like programs, things like that. I mean, those seem like some easy things you can do, right? But the night before your wedding, you don't want to be printing off your ceremony programs. I mean, my cousin was actually one of them. I did her wedding invitations, but she said she would handle her programs, and I said, great, whatever, you know. The night before her wedding, she was printing off programs, and I about strangled her, because I'm like, no, let me do that. Enjoy the night before your wedding. Enjoy the week before your wedding. Enjoy the month before your wedding. And just enjoy being a bride or groom or couple together before that big day. Don't worry about the little details. If you can just come and pick those things up, it's done. You're done. You're ready to go. So
when a couple is looking at stationery or graphic design work for their wedding day, or any client, what does your process look like?
Sure. For weddings, I like to meet with the couple. I like to get that face-to-face interaction when we can, and talk about their wedding style, if that's colors and textures and what they're dreaming about for that day. I mean, it seems kind of odd, some of the questions I may ask, like, what do your florals look like? What are the guys wearing? All those little things just I can take and put into the invitation somehow. It's kind of weird, but I like to envision myself there and what that style is. And after we meet, I get you an estimate based on what you're looking at, and I love to give options. I mean, I don't like to set anybody in stone of like, this is what you said you wanted, this is what we're doing. I mean, I'm super flexible when it comes to things changing and you want to add things, or maybe we thought we were going to do something and now we're not. Fantastic. I'm super flexible. So when we start designing the invitations, I really designed 4 or 5 different invitations for each couple. So that's the fun part in my world. Of you sit down with your future spouse and you're just like, okay, here's what we have, and you guys can go through it together and be like, oh, we like this, or we should do that, or I wonder what this would look like. And that's where I could come in and just make magic happen and really make it look exactly how you guys want it. I try to make it as easy, stress-free as possible. So really you're just telling me what you want, what you need, and then you come pick up some beautiful invitations.
Tell me, what is one tip you would give couples?
One tip that I would give couples is really to focus on doing it your way. I mean, especially with stationery, I get a lot of feedback from multiple people in the family, aka maybe some moms in there, who have an opinion on things. Stationery is a little bit more traditional, can be a little bit more old school, doesn't have to be. And that's the fun thing about what I do, is there's no rules for me. I can stay traditional if you're having a traditional wedding. absolutely fine. I can guide you through those rules and what needs to be done and what doesn't etiquette-wise. But also there are no rules anymore. If you want to put something funky on your wedding invitation, then I am 100% down for it, because they are truly making it their own. Their unique personalities are coming through, and that's what I love to see couples do. So that's my ultimate tip, is just don't go by what other people are doing, or maybe what mom says or mother-in-law or grandma says. Do it your way, because that's what really this day is about, is you two, you guys celebrating your love, so really make it your own.
Mm-hmm. Sure. That's an awesome tip. Thank you. So besides stationery and graphic design, do you do anything else to help couples out planning their wedding day?
I mean, I think one big thing that people forget about is the day of stuff. So wedding invitations go out in the mail 2 months prior to your wedding. Then we have all the day of stuff, which, yeah, it's easy to forget about, but it's needed. So basic things are ceremony programs. If you're having a ceremony, especially traditionally in a church, everyone has a program of what is going on. That's something I do a lot of. You are probably, people have Pinterest boards. I love Pinterest boards because I can kind of see what's in your head of what you want. And it helps me also communicate to couples what I can do, because I can really create anything you see on Pinterest. If that's seating charts, menus, koozies, place cards, if you just want one welcome sign as people walk into your reception, I can absolutely do that. I've done everything from just a foam board signs to the cool clear acrylic with white ink. I've done wood, I've done hanging things. It's just kind of crazy. I always tell my couples, if you see it on Pinterest and ask me if I can do it, 99% of the time the answer is yes. And we'll create it to look like your style too. And you don't have to, please don't buy it off of Etsy or go through Pinterest to find that person who created it. Just come to me, I'll create it, and it's gonna look exactly like what we're doing for everything else for your wedding, which is fun.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you offer that service too.
It's really kind of another, after the invitations are out, it's also just another mini wedding going on. So I have wedding invitations and then we have wedding day stuff. So it's two big things for me to help you create. And again, you don't have to worry about a thing.
Well, Dana, thank you for your time, and I appreciate you being a part of this series. For couples seeking your services, where can they find your information?
Sure. So my website is danaosbornedesign.com. There you can see a lot of the stuff I've created, plus you can contact me. My blog's on there. I'm on Instagram, DanaOsborne_design. I'm there a lot, so you can message me there too. Also, Facebook and email is hello@danaosbornedesign.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and everybody have a great day.